Ladies and gentlemen, now today, thanks to the hard work of legendary data miner Otriux and also the MCOC Journal, we're going to be having a look and breaking down the full abilities for Longshot, another Mystic champion arriving this month in the game. Now, from looking at these abilities, I think Longshot is just going to be a much better version of Hood, who does a few more things than Hood does in comparison, and has like maybe some quite exciting damage when you ramp this champion up and play him correctly as well. So Longshot, I think out of the two, has kind of piqued my interest a little bit more because he seems like he's got some really cool and really useful stuff. So let's dive into the abilities. And the Awakened ability, it seems like a very nice to have in certain matchups. So it's called Fortune Favors the Lucky, and it looks like it's a 60% chance to immediately nullify any buff and replace it with Bad Karma. And Bad Karma can be used to scale up the damage for stuff like the Special 2, but also if Longshot nullifies a True Strike, Unstoppable, or Unblockable buff, he also gains a matching buff for 7 seconds. So yeah, the Awakened ability is going to need like a lot of sig levels, but it's a fairly powerful auto nullify, man, and an auto nullify is a great mechanic. It's one of the things that makes Doctor Strange's Awakened ability so good there, and also again he replaces it with Bad Karma, which you can turn into Power Steal and also additional damage, and also he can copy certain buffs like True Strike, Unstoppable, and Unblockable. So there's a lot of utility and potentially a lot of use just in that Awakened ability alone. And he's also got a lot more stuff on top of that as well. Now, to start off with, this man has insane ability accuracy. His base ability accuracy is 300%. I do not know any champion, apart from maybe like Archangel, if you're super lucky with like, I don't know, like 8 neurotoxins that could really cut into this, man. You need some crazy ability accuracy reduction to get this even like below 100% there. So modified chances are already displayed for Longshot's abilities, so that basically means that the 300% isn't times everything. Those numbers have already been times by that 300%, if that makes sense there as well. And the only way that this ability accuracy can be reduced is through the effects of debuffs, but due to the fact that his ability accuracy is just crazy high on the modifier, I think this is going to make him a full domino counter, and any nodes that like mess about with ability accuracy, he should be like a brilliant counter for and be able to bypass there. So yeah, that's certainly good to know. A very, very interesting one though, man. So then we have his mechanics. So we've got Good Karma and Bad Karma, and both of these have a maximum of 5. So Longshot cannot gain Good Karma while under the effects of stun, and he has a 51% chance to gain 1 Good Karma when attacked, increased to 102% if the attack was dodged. So if you dex an attack in like close proximity, or you dodge a special attack, then it's going to give you a Good Karma charge there. You also have a 75% chance to lose 1 Good Karma when inflicted with a non-damaging debuff or struck while stunned. If the opponent has Bad Karma active, remove 1 Bad Karma instead. So it's always going to siphon the Bad Karma off your opponent before the Good Karma off of you. But I think this is an important thing to note when fighting him, is that if you strike him while stunned or with a non-damaging debuff, then that is going to remove the Good and Bad Karma. So the Good Karma gets removed off Longshot, and the Bad Karma will be removed off of you there. So, you know, we got Uncollected coming up tomorrow, man. Got to be prepared for that one. Also, whenever reaching 5 stacks of Good Karma, he gains Pure of Heart for 14 seconds, granting bonus effects from special attacks, but this effect does not stack. However, it can be refreshed. And when Pure of Heart ends, all remaining Good Karma is applied to the opponent as Bad Karma. Now the question is, what does the Bad Karma do? So he's got a maximum of 5 Bad Karma. So when consuming Good Karma while the opponent is below max stacks of Bad Karma, you apply a Bad Karma on the opponent for 12 seconds and refresh all existing stacks. So for each stack of Bad Karma, Longshot gains 12% of power generated by the opponent. So at 5 stacks, you're gaining 60% of the power they generate on top of your usual power gain as well. So this is just going to allow you to fuel this dude up like mad, I would imagine, and is going to make him a very effective champion at just kind of like reducing opponents' power gain. So yeah, I'm curious to like play about with that, because that seems like a A very fun mechanic there. Also, whenever the opponent launches a special attack or a heavy attack, all bad karma effects are refreshed as well. Also, when you're playing Longshot, and I imagine this is going to be a fairly important part, because a lot of the way that he really gains good karma for the most part is just like dodging attacks, mainly special attacks, and getting hit. Even in the block hit, there's still like a 51% chance to gain a good karma there, but while charging a heavy attack, you gain 1 good karma every 0.4 seconds. So if you fully charge that heavy, I think you're up to like 5 good karma, and then you can get your super state for the special attacks. I'm going to talk about some of the effects as well. And when you fire off the heavy attack, I think there's 2 hits on it. Each hit consumes 1 good karma as well, and that's, I think, immediately going to convert into bad karma. So yeah, pretty cool there with the heavy attack, man. Seems like it has a very solid use in the rotation. And then we got the special attack 1. So the special attack 1 consumes 2 good karma. This attack cannot miss or be auto blocked, so you can't ghost the special attack 1 there. And if Pure of Heart is active, so if you have the 5 good karma buff, and I think as soon as you get it, even if you lose 1 good karma, you still have it. I think the first hit inflicts 7 instant bleeds, each dealing 920 damage, but this damage can also benefit from Longshot's critical damage multiplier, so you can get like critical instant bleeds as well. And the fact that it's 7, I think, is going to make this damage quite nice if you get the right RNG. But there is also a synergy with Mojo, which we'll talk about later, which, if your opponent can't bleed, can deal degeneration damage instead. So I really like to see some of that stuff, man. That's really, really cool. But I don't think that is kind of like the biggest special attack. It kind of seems like the damage is mainly in the special 2, I think. So the special 2, and this is why I kind of at the start of the video compared Longshot to Hood. So the final hit of the special 2 inflicts an Incinerate. Now the damage on this Incinerate is not really that great, man. It's like, what was it, like 15% of base attack over 12 seconds, and also removes perfect block chance and lowers block proficiency. However, the Incinerate has a secondary effect on Longshot that also Fate Seals the opponent. And I think, as we've seen with Hood, a 12-second Fate Seal is just so powerful, especially on a Mystic champion that benefits from the Mystic Dispersion Mastery, but also has an additional way to siphon power off the opponent. You should be able to get, I would imagine, like very close to 100% uptime on this like Incinerate and Fate Seal. So it seems like a really, really cool mechanic there. The only like potential negative matchup is maybe Annihilus, but still the auto nullify from the signature ability should be able to really help out in the Annihilus matchups, I would assume there. So yeah, seems like a really strong Fate Seal on the special 2, but also for each buff and bad karma removed by the Fate Seal, it combusts and inflicts a passive Incinerate, dealing 2000 energy damage over 1 second. And this damage benefits from Longshot's critical damage rating and has a maximum of 10 stacks there. So if you got 5 bad karma, 5 buffs on the opponent that you get rid of, this is going to hit really, really hard. And it can get like the massive crit bonus as well. So I think there's a lot of interesting potential to deal a huge amount of damage in the right matchup with the special 2, and I'm just excited to see it, man. I think that special 2 is really going to be something. There's also a little bit of gameplay which we're going to have a look at in a bit, and I think that might get a few of you excited about the special 2 as well. But also, if Pure of Heart is active, instead of inflicting Incinerate on the final hit, the Incinerate triggers on activation of this attack with its expiry and is paused until the attack ends. So I think that's just a little bonus there. I don't think that's like the passive Incinerates. I think it's just the starting one there. So it's just like an immediate Fate Seal on the special 2 instead of on the final hit in comparison. So yeah, it seems like a nice little bonus there, but it seems like even without Pure of Heart, the special 2 is still going to hit very hard. And then finally on the special 3, you have a 3.5 second stun, so it is a fairly lengthy stun there. It's also a guaranteed stun, which is really nice for finishing off all sorts of matchups. And also the attack rating gains up to bonus 100% attack based on Longshot's good karma. So the special 3, I don't think it's going to be used that much, just to, you know, save you in certain scenarios, and as a massive punishment if you do kind of mess up the Longshot as well when fighting this champion. Now, just quickly before we get into the synergies, I want to show some of the gameplay just to show how like Longshot looks, because the animations, they do look quite smooth, they do look quite fun to play around with. But yeah, I'm very interested to see what this champion's damage output is going to be like, because he doesn't really seem like all that exciting like so far, but as soon as that special 2 fires off, look at that friggin' passive incinerate damage, man. Just absolutely melts down that Longshot, and that wasn't even like a proper ramp up there. So I think, you know, with Synergies, a team, you know, 5 bad karma, 5 buffs on the opponent, that's going to hit really hard and have a very long-lasting Fate Seal effect as well. So that makes me a little bit excited, but I think much like a lot of the Mystic champions in the game, Longshot is going to be a character that, again, does need those matchups where the opponent is generating a lot of buffs to really shine and really excel and really be something special. But I also do have a bit of a feeling that he might be a bit annoying on defense. I think, in all fairness, you probably just can evade like stuff like the Special 1, Special 2, and it's not going to be too bad. I don't see anything like super punishing just for evading the specials. It's mainly if you get hit by stuff. Especially the Special 2, that really is going to hurt. But yeah, I must admit, I'm excited for both the champions, man. I think they've both got some interesting potential. I'm a little bit more curious about Longshot's abilities and utility. Like, the Nullify seems very strong. The Power Steal as well seems like it's going to be really awesome. And you can see the Bad Karma as well. It's a passive effect and not a debuff. So yeah, I'm curious, man. I've got like a lot of questions, but a lot of the stuff I won't find out until Longshot is a playable champion. And by the teaser yesterday, I think he's going to be the the second release out of the brand new champions. Now, one thing as well that I found really good about Longshot is his base stats. He's got above average block proficiency, which is nice to see. Crit rating, crit damage rating, a fairly like average, maybe a little bit below, but to be honest, man, it's just the block proficiency. If a champion is below like 64%, I know they're just going to get chipped up, but 65% is a decent amount, so he's definitely going to be able to handle some of that Act 6 and endgame level content with his parries there, which is always, you know, moderately reassuring. Also, he has some, he's 4 different synergies. So he's one with Captain America Infinity War and also the classic Captain America. So Longshot starts the fight with 5 good karma when fighting villain champions, so that one might be quite nice in the right matchup and scenario. I don't think he really needs it, because you can pretty much get like 5 good karma by charging just 1 heavy attack, so it might be a small bonus. But also Captain America Infinity War starts the fight with 1 kinetic potential when fighting Avengers or new Avengers. Again, I don't think that's going to be all that game-changing, I would imagine, but a nice little bonus there. Also, Captain America Classic, while the opponent is fatigued, their power gain rate is reduced by 110%. So I'm a bit interested to see that one. I don't know if that just applies to champions like Vision Arcus and Mordo, and also, Hyperion as well. You know, if it's just passive power gain effects or like all power gain. So I'm just a little bit curious about that one and exactly how that's going to function. So that one seems a bit interesting there. Also, Mojo has a 50% chance to not lose followers when failing a prompt. And Longshot, if the opponent is immune to bleed, Longshot Special 1 instead inflicts degeneration damage. And then we have Love Triangles. And this one seems like it's got a really wide benefit, because it's Longshot, Rogue, and all female champions. Every female champion in the game can benefit from that. So Longshot Special 2 has a 42% chance to inflict an additional incinerate for each bad karma removed by Fate Seal. So I don't think that this is going to be like that huge, because the Incinerate, if it's just like the base one, is very small damage wise, but for certain scenarios where you need to build up like a lot of debuffs, maybe like the Despair Mastery, this could be a little bit useful there. And also Rogue, whenever stealing a buff, deals 20% of her base attack as degeneration damage for each buff stolen. So I don't reckon that's going to be insane, but it might be okay in in the right matchup and note. So yeah, we're going to have to see on that one, man. And also, all female champions gain 200 critical rating and 12% increased ability accuracy. So that's a nice bonus. You can pair them with like any female champion, man. Nice chunk of crit, nice chunk of increased ability accuracy. So for champions like Domino, more procs, and just all that fun stuff. So I like that synergy has such a wide net. And then finally we got probably OP. So Longshot, Pure of Heart lasts 4 seconds longer. I think this is going to be okay. I don't think it's going to be necessarily needed. But also, if an opponent was not struck over the duration of a stun, Domino gains 10% of a bar of power. So, I don't really see how this is, like, all that useful, unless there's, like, something I'm missing, right? But, yeah, I don't get it, because Domino, you want to play aggressively, you want to spam those heavies when it comes to, the stun there. So yeah, I'm a little bit confused because it says probably OP, but none of these synergies like seem OP on the final one. But overall, man, I'm excited for Longshot. I think he looks like a really interesting champion, and I think he's going to be a very good addition to the Mystic class and serve a lot of players very well. And he looks like he's going to be good unawakened, like he's got the Fate Seal, the Power Steel at his core, but also that awakened ability, kind of the passive like Doctor Strange-esque Nullify. I think it's just going to be like really fun to have and just take the stress out of a lot of different matchups there. So I've got high hopes for Longshot. I'm curious to see how this champion performs. But ladies and gentlemen, let me know your thoughts on Longshot in the comment section below. Do you like this champion? What are your thoughts on where he's going to land in the tier list? And what good matchups do you believe this champion is going to have this month? But ladies and gentlemen, take care. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope that you have an absolutely fantastic day.